Do you struggle with breaking away from toxic people? Are you finding that it's hard to let them go? Do you find that you're still attached? You keep trying to make things work with toxic people? If this is you, or even if you want to know how to free yourself from toxic people, then this video is absolutely for you. And if you're just coming across this video for the first time, I'm Avi Unfiltered, spiritual, holistic health and life coach, as well as lifestyle expert, helping women get rid of stress through nutrition, lifestyle, spirituality, and beauty. And this I'm wearing as a bracelet today because it just wanted to be worn. And if you want to keep up with the videos, definitely hit subscribe, like, share this video, and hit the notification bell for more videos if you are loving this. So the benefits of breaking away from toxic people, or the benefits of staying away from toxic people, are absolutely enormous. And if you want to know the signs of a toxic person, then I will link that in the description box below, or a video that's related to that. It will be in the description box below. Okay, so yay, let's dive in. Toxic people are not good. First of all, they're not good for your mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual health. Stress is one of the number one killers when it comes to, or unalivers, I will say, because I don't know the jargon they allow on here and they don't. The number one alivers on this planet, and it's just not good for your health. And I find that there's so many people who struggle breaking away from family, breaking away from friends. Oh, I knew this person since so-and-so, since such and such time for 30 years. I can't leave them. I've known, my mom, my dad, my uncle, my cousin, my sister, my brother for this amount of time. I can't leave them. And it's just like, but how do you feel every single day? And that's going to be the most important component of this video, is how do you feel every single day? And I actually want you to drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know how you're currently feeling in your day-to-day life. If you're with a toxic person or around toxic people, and if you're not around toxic people, so you can really see the differences, and maybe that will help you. Maybe this video was the seed, and maybe one of those comments will water it and put everything in perspective. So we're all here to help each other in this process, because it's truly, truly important. So the benefits of staying away from toxic people, I mean, there's a plethora of benefits. We're only going to cover a few in this video, but one of the benefits of staying away from toxic people is that you actually get to enjoy life better. And I'll say that again, you get to enjoy life better. So life automatically becomes better when toxic people are gone. However, if you have an attachment to toxicity or a toxic person, you are going to feel like your whole world is crashing down when they're gone. It's going to feel that way, especially if you were close to that person, especially if you thought you knew somebody and then they turned out not to be the person that you knew. Your body is adjusting, you were wired, I'm getting like a visual of a robot, or like J5 from Blank Man. It's like, I know this person. This is how I function around this person. And then when that's gone, it's just like, I have to. So you might start to cry. You might feel a little bit imbalanced. You could feel mood swingy, let's face it, because, certain people are in your life for a long time. Now, when I cut certain people off, I did not feel that way. The majority of my hairpiece, piece of hair, I said hairpiece. Nope, it's attached to my head. I don't have fake hair. I have thick brows right now. As you guys know, I had nano brow done very recently, and this is the second day, so they are still a little thick because they're swollen. I don't know if you can see it's like a shiner there. They're still a little swollen, but they are my brows, but they're nano browed, which is for sake of time and to put it in simplicity, they're basically like tattooed. So they're basically tattooed. I had fabulous brows. I had to keep cutting them down because I had to, this is a little side note, I had to keep like filling them in. And then I had ataxia, so my eyebrows were very, very hard to do. And although I had delicious looking brows, this piece wasn't growing in, and I wondered if it was due to the fact that I did have cancer. I didn't have chemo, but some of my hair, my eyebrow got a little sparse, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have them nano brows so I don't have to keep buying eyebrow pencils and filling it in and dealing with other stuff. So, and ataxia doesn't bother me anymore, but it has changed the way that I do stuff, so I do it very differently. It's like extra meticulous and extra effort. So it kind of helped in a way, but it just took too long. So I was just like, nano brow. So that was a side tangent. Do stuff, and that's gonna bring me into benefit number 2. Focus on your self-care. You gotta focus on your self-care. But before we slide back into self-care, off my tangent, let's go back to the other one. Those of you who have been rocking with me for a very long time, you know that I go off on tangents sometimes. So that's just the way it is. I can't help it, honestly, at this point. So you could feel very used to this person. And what I have to say is, if you feel used to someone being around you, or the fact that they're gone now, just know that some people are in your life for a season. Some people are in your life for a longer length of time. And whatever they do is not done to you. They're doing it to themselves, especially if it's toxic behavior. These people sometimes, if you go back to episode 102 on the Avi Unfiltered podcast, sometimes people will use you for their trash projection because they don't feel good about themselves. So they end up spewing negativity towards you instead of doing the internal work. And sometimes when you're around certain people for a length of time, you're around the person that you knew when you were unhealed, you see? And so as you elevate, they may not be elevating with you. So you may start to see some of their negativity come to light that used to look positive to you because you're healing. And so it's like you're getting to know them all over again, and it's not good. And that's a lot of times that's what happened with me. Even with the closest people, I'm like, it was almost like a depart from me, I never knew you kind of thing, because I always looked at people as supportive and, oh, they love me. And then once I healed and elevated and started looking, I'm like, they never really were supportive. You just thought that they were because maybe they hugged you or they smiled, but did they buy anything? Did they give you anything? And even if they did, when they joked with you, what did they say? You know? There's various things. How do they treat you every day? You know, are you being blinded by their good behavior that it masks the majority of their bad behavior? Like, you have to think of these things. Start thinking of what benefits did they give you? Or is it just the attachment? What are their positive, traits? Or is it just the attachment that you are wanting in your life? Which one is it? So you really have to decipher that and think of that, So the second thing, which I kind of dived into off my tangent, just rolled off of it. This reminds me of water too. When I said rolled, that was such a delicious turn that I just did. I don't know, I get enthralled in stuff. I don't know, life becomes better that way anyways. So it just rolled off my tangent. Self-care is truly important. Okay, so these people didn't treat you right. These people didn't do anything for you. These people didn't love you the way that you wanted to be loved. How do you want to love yourself? How did you want them to love you? Okay? Did you want them to scream and shout when you got an accomplishment and really mean it? Because let's face it, people can do that and not mean it. People can say, oh, great, and then be like, bitch, you know what I mean? Because people can be fake, and they're fake with themselves. They're not fake with you. You just remove yourself. Because people like that need an energy supply. So by removing yourself, you take away the greatest thing from them, which is being an energetic supply for their bullshit, basically. So now when you accomplish things, if that's what you wanted, you scream and shout for yourself. Go buy yourself a birthday cake. Oh, I do it up now. I paid for these, honey. I paid for my nano brows. I paid for my hair. I paid for everything to get my hair done. My hairdresser always gets excited when I come in because she's like, oh my God, it looks like it grew. And then she'll take pictures. She'll take pictures of it. And this is all my hair, and you know, people can think, a lot of people think hair is fake nowadays, especially when they see long hair, because people either get extensions or they wear wigs. And no hate to them, because some people wear wigs because they have ailments, and some people wear extensions because maybe they have, I don't know, psoriasis or some sort of alopecia. So they ask me, is that your hair? You know, obviously not my hairdresser, but if I come across someone else, they're like, and I'm like, yeah, they're like, oh my God, because, you know, a lot of people wear fake hair or whatever. So, you know, I mean, if someone else wanted to pay for it for me, you definitely can. I'm not saying that. The point I'm making is love yourself. And if that's something that you love doing, then go and do it. You see, don't always look outside of yourself for people to help you with that, you know? And I'm just thinking of when I went to get the nano brows, you know, I met two fun people to be around when I go get my appointment. I don't expect to be best friends with them because I don't let people in like that, but they were pleasant to me. And that's how a business is. That's a business relationship, you see? There's a difference. In the fortunate event that you do become friends, great. I don't look for that, you know? Everybody, oh, we're best buds now. I don't look for that. I just look for respect, for kindness, for empathy, for decency, because that's what I need in my life. And people who are loving towards me, who do acts of kindness. And it's not always an argument. And so that's another sign of someone being toxic, is that there's always an argument over something. And a lot of people don't know that, because we've been so brainwashed into seeing discourse and imbalance on this planet, we think that arguing is normal. We see a lot of fighting. It's not normal. Arguing is not normal. At the most, you should probably have some disagreements and maybe get mad occasionally, but if you're arguing all the time, it's out of alignment. It's out of alignment. If ever I keep having like a run-in, and another run-in, and another run-in, and I'm like, this is, I don't need this. You know what I mean? I don't need this. So that's how I am. You know, if you know, you shouldn't be, I mean, I don't get into all of that other jargon because I am indigenous, but if you are a liability more so than an asset to my life, you gotta go, period. You know? Be an asset. Don't be an ass. Some people can be, so, you know. So that is another benefit, is that, you know, you get to give yourself the love that you deserve. But it all depends on what level you're at. You know, it all depends on what level that you're at in life. And Spirit just said Aquarius. Aquarius is all about detachment. So that's the third thing. Sometimes you just have to detach. You have to learn the art of detachment. You know, you have to learn the art of detachment. And then that's why I love spirituality and astrology, Start learning who you are and why you couldn't have those people in your life. Who are you really? Maybe you're some magnificent, amazing being, and you just couldn't have those people in your life. Maybe spirit is trying to propel you somewhere greater on your purpose, and these people are holding you down. Learn the art of detachment. Learn that. This is actually the age, of Aquarius. So more knowledge. The I know. Oh my God, I've come across different ones. Even being like little children who will just, oh, I know. Doesn't matter if they're right or wrong, they know. They will put themselves first. Similar to Aries. An Aries sun sign will put themselves first. Depends on how much Aries they have in their chart. But the Aries that I've come across will put themselves first. And so will an Aquarius. They will always focus on having their needs met, not their feelings, because God forbid you talk about feelings with an Aquarius and it's like they're about to gag. Depends on how much is in their chart. They're very emotional people, but it doesn't show. Their emotions are different. We'll save that for another, I was going to say another topic, another show, another episode or video or what have you. So that's another thing, learning the art of detachment. Sagittarius is like that too. One of my friends who I don't see too often, but probably would consider a friend, but see, that's what I'm saying. They're so distant. Like that sign can be so distant kind of thing. But I know if I was going through something or if I needed something, they would be right there. So you have people like that, like disappearing acts. Like those are the signs that are like the disappearing acts of the zodiac. Like you're just like, where'd you go? Where'd you go? And that's how you have to be sometimes. You have to disappear and sometimes go ghost on people because they're not self-aware. And I find that once you're out of someone's life, if they're willing to learn their lessons, they will evolve. Sometimes you being around toxic people enables their behavior. And who ends up suffering? You. You end up crying. You end up feeling depleted. You end up feeling stressed and depressed. And they're over there like, oh, hey, how you doing? Even though they caused havoc. Because why? They're feeding off of your energy. They're feeding off of your energy. And you're being too kind to these people who don't deserve it. Because they treat you like absolute crap. We'll say crap. Whenever they get the chance. So it all comes down to your boundaries, which you can certainly find in the description box below. I have a free how to set boundaries guide and worksheet, which you can print out and you can keep using it, as a reminder, as a refresher to go over that. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, and we are going to go over the word of the day, and it's just going to be a random word off the top of my head. Ensalada, which is Spanish, that's Moorish Latin, which is modern day Spanish. So it's ensalada. Eat a salad. It could be fruit salad, it could just be regular salad, what have you, whatever salad you want to have. Just to remind you to be healthy, take care of yourself, put yourself first. It's okay to do. Only an energy vampire or a narcissist will call you selfish because they are. So just know that. All right, let me see. What card? I must be hungry because I'm seeing apple pie. Arbor Vitae. Get out in nature. Someone has a gut health issue. Rosemary. Getting flan. So someone's into cooking. Cook. That will ease your stress. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Put rosemary in your cooking. Rosemary, it will balance your heart chakras, your root chakras. Spirit's also saying rutabagas is also what I'm getting. Okay, so you can fall in line. If you want to take my chakra course, then you can certainly, or work with me for chakra alignment, you can certainly check the description box below. I will also be adding that to my Eat Stress Away program. That's actually already finished. It will be added. So let me know. Rosemary is also great for hair care. Spirit said skin care. If you're using rosemary essential oil, then you want to mix that with fractionated coconut oil to go on your skin. Okay. This can also help with a man's hair who's bald. They could be a Capricorn. Okay, rosemary. All right. This is random. If you want to work with me or have any questions, feel free to ask me. Have a wonderful day, lovely peacefuls, and I will see you in the next video.